We're told we live in a world of sovereign nations and democratic choices, but it's just theater. The real architecture of everything happening right now is Israel, and the elites who run it are openly flexing how deeply they own us. Look at what just happened in Lebanon, as they deployed weapons that bypass all conventional boundaries of warfare, and independent field investigators have documented the widespread use of cluster munitions, specifically the Mk-118 submunitions. Because of their ovoid design and tail fins, they look exactly like small, metallic toy footballs, and they litter the streets in Lebanon, waiting for a curious child to pick them up. That isn't collateral damage, but it's the calculated liquidation of a living environment. Just like when they turned everyday consumer electronics, pagers and walkie-talkies, into remote detonated bombs, claiming it was a precise strike, while civilians bled in stores and streets. And what does Netanyahu do afterwards? He turned war crimes into trophies. Netanyahu didn't just hand Donald Trump a gold-plated pager at the White House with the literal inscription saying, "Press with both hands," but he handed a silver one to a U.S. senator weeks later. They're handing out replicas of mass destruction triggers like celebration prizes. But don't fall for the delusion that Trump is a savior being blindsided, because he's a pragmatist playing the market and managing the masses, and he knew Israel's full agenda from day one. But what we're witnessing now is a cold, internal standoff within the elites. When Trump tries to manage the public image by telling Israel to back out, Netanyahu immediately goes live, states they don't see eye to eye, and walks straight into a high-level strategy session with Mossad to signal that Israel answers to no one. Then comes the real threat, when Netanyahu openly looked at an American delegation and declared that anyone who owns a cell phone owns a piece of Israel. He isn't bragging about economic investment, but he's issuing a structural warning. He's reminding the empire that their specialized microchips and hardware validation protocols are welded into every piece of American tech, just like those pagers. It's an implicit threat to keep the political puppets in line. They're saying, look what we did to a supply chain in Lebanon, and remember who holds the unalive switch. And the state can't protect you, because the state is the distribution network for this violence. They have wired our pockets, mined our fields, and turned our communication into a cage. The only way out of the meat grinder is to stop looking to the top for salvation. We do not forgive, we do not forget. Anonymously Enlightening out.